Back in Dublin city centre is a project called the Drug Treatment Court that seems like a step in the right direction. It's been running since 2001, and it was one of the first times the state acknowledged that addiction is best treated through intervention and support rather than just locking addicts up. That addiction is a disease that needs to be treated, not punished.
Now we need you to give your screens every week.
Yeah.
Every week. You missed school a few times as well. Why was that?
A few days. I was out with my daughter. Was having a terrible time. She's 18, Your Honour.
All right. Well, you know, you need to look after yourself as well. I know where you're coming from, but at the same time, go to school.
Yeah.
All right? Very important that you do that, because I want you to avail of the opportunities that are here for you.
Can you tell us a little bit about what you actually do and what the drugs court is?
The drug court was set up about 16 years ago as a pilot scheme. The way it sort of works, I suppose, is that people come to us originally through the criminal justice system, and it gives people the opportunity who are addicts to come and work with us and to deal with their addiction, as opposed to the formal system of sentencing people and putting them in prison. Now, it's a very difficult programme, so it's not suitable for everybody. There are only two things people are asked to do. That's keep their appointments, and the second, not to pick up new charges while they're being assessed, which is only a short period of time. You were given bail, and 2 days after getting bail, there's another charge before the court. So I don't think at this stage the drug court is the appropriate place for you.
I really do think it is.
No, it isn't. We look at their previous convictions. Anything of a very violent nature we don't accept. They are the lesser serious offences. Those crimes are very often the crimes that they commit to feed their addiction.
I was doing everything to make money, to get drugs. It was horrible, it was just misery, and that's what it is, it's just misery. I was homeless, I was sleeping in a sleeping bag at night. I didn't care about myself, I felt like I was just existing. I wasn't living, I was just existing.
If somebody is an addict, I mean, they're criminalised to a huge extent once they come into the criminal system. And really what they need is help. I mean, I know the nature of addiction is such that, you know, people relapse and all of that, but we take all of that into account. Have you been clean since you came out?
Yeah, I got a clean urine on Monday.
Excellent. I mean, you look very well. I mean, obviously, if you still have difficulties, you know.
Yeah, well, I'm only using, like I was last year using 5 trays, but I'm only using 4 Tronics.
Okay. We work the system on a sort of a positive and minus points. If they get 70 plus points, we give them a voucher for Jervis Street for €30.
Excellent, yeah.
And if they get minus 70 points, they go into custody for a week. How do you think things have been since you were in custody?
It's grand, like I got back on track, I did.
I mean, your points are excellent and you're doing extremely well.
Yeah.
And we'll see you in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah.
And good luck, all right?
Cheers,
okay,
thanks.
well done. Thank you, Declan.
It was like just a circle I was going through, like a circle like for about 20 years. Like I was going in, I was coming out, getting out of jail, and I was going back into jail. I'm back on drugs, going back into jail, and I'm starting to like see life in a different way now. Like
I happen to know that I'm the person I think who sent you here originally. So I don't want to see any black marks against my name, all right?
Yeah.
I want to see you as a graduate.
Yeah.
Okay, Our court here really is completely voluntary. And if it doesn't work, they go back to the criminal courts to be dealt with. But if they progress through the whole programme, their charges are all struck out. It is a very important day that somebody who has progressed the whole way and has had lots of slips on the way comes out at the end and has graduated. All of the offences that are before the court, every single one of them are struck out. It solves two problems. They're no longer a criminal and they've dealt with their addiction. So that will not happen in the ordinary courts.
Yeah.
You know, if we had the opportunities to, to open it up a bit more and to have more, I suppose everybody in this day and age wants more resources for various things. But I think, the programme, if it had a chance, could be fantastically well utilised.
So are we putting more resources and money into incarcerating people than helping them?
I think the money is going in the wrong direction. The thinking is a bit narrow. I think there must be a little bit more of a broader aspect to what people can do as opposed to incarcerate.
Yeah.
I really admire what they're trying to do in the drug treatment courts, but it's still dealing with addicts through the criminal justice system rather than through the health system. Around 75% of recorded drug offences are for possession for personal use. The way I see it, decriminalisation would free up a huge amount of legal resources and would have a big impact on court waiting times. It would also mean that the money saved could be better spent on healthcare and treatment.